Our commencement speaker, Gary Allen. Gary is the founder and race director for the highly acclaimed Mount Desert Island Marathon. He is one of a very exclusive group who have recorded sub-3-hour marathons in 5 consecutive decades. He has run over 100,000 lifetime miles. He is ranked near the top of the list for the longest time span between first and last sub-3-hour marathons. For the past 8 years, he has started running the fabled Boston Marathon route on New Year's morning just for fun. Gary has competed in 20 editions of the Boston Marathon and 14 New York City marathons. He has completed 86 career marathons, finishing 65 of them under 3 hours. He is co-founder of the Crow Athletics Running Club, which now has members all across the USA and abroad. And he is the founder and co-director of the Great Cranberry Island Ultramarathon, named the best race ever by Runner's World magazine. This event will host the U.S. National Ultramarathon Championships this coming fall. Gary is an accomplished motivational speaker and coach, and his family roots date back in the first settlers on a small offshore Maine island. Most recently, Gary took on the challenge of running from Cadillac Mountain to the national capital in Washington, D.C. in January of this year, traveling through 9 states in just 2 weeks to raise money for 3 charities. His experiences and stories while running 40 to 50 miles per day are amazing and inspirational. I knew Gary was a special person not by just hearing about his background and journeys, but when he accepted this invitation from the students. He spent a half day on campus touring and meeting with students and asking them lots of questions about their lives. Before Gary comes to the podium, we want to show a quick 1.5-minute video of his experience over this past January.
Cannot look ahead, cannot look behind. You have to be where you are.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Greetings. Greetings, moms and dads, aunts and uncles, grandmothers and grandfathers, nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters, friends and family, my family, Lisa, Patrick, and Matilda, esteemed guests, faculty, administrators, the chair of the Maine Community College System Board of Trustees, Chris Duty, the Honorable President of Eastern Maine Community College, Lawrence Barrett. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, Eastern Maine Community College. Hello, Bangor. Hello, Maine. I am extremely honored to be your commencement speaker on this very, very special day. My name is Gary Allen. I like to run. My story is not that different than yours. This past winter, I ran from the summit of our Cadillac Mountain to the steps of the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C. My journey, like yours, took perseverance and a firm belief that if I merely had the courage to start, that if I worked hard, that if I only believed I could, that I would eventually finish the job. Some have asked me how I could run so far. I liken the process to a carpenter building a house, one nail at a time. Or a welder building a ship, one weld at a time. And exactly how your education, this education, was completed one assignment and one skill learned at a time. If you will receive your degree in culinary arts, your skills are not that different than mine. In running, there are basic ingredients. I've learned to add them almost by instinct to create the perfect recipe, just as you have learned these skills on your road to becoming a chef. If you have studied mechanical or electrical technology, you will literally keep our world running and keep it lit. If your degree will be conferred to you in the many important medical fields offered here at Eastern Maine Community College, your new skills will help keep us all healthy and, yes, keep running. Some say the success of a runner comes from a fire burning deep inside. If you have studied fire sciences, you will help extinguish some while making others, those in your own hearts, burn even hotter. All of you, whatever your chosen field of studies, will just help our world run better. Help our world run better. I was at the Boston Marathon a few weeks ago. I was near those terrible explosions. I heard them. I felt them. I cried with you. I also listened intently to the service held in that great city only days later, where President Obama said simply and eloquently, "We must finish the race." We must finish the race, he said. Governor Deval Patrick also spoke that day, and he reminded us, Massachusetts invented America, he said. Massachusetts invented America. As you know, Maine was once part of Massachusetts. We eventually became our own state. We Mainers reinvented ourselves. And on this day, at this time, and with this world-class education, all of you have in a sense reinvented yourselves. Your journey to where we are all gathered took exactly the same kind of dedication I used as I covered over 700 miles in only 14 days on foot. I, like many of you, come from a very small place. My roots are on Great Cranberry Island here in Maine, with a year-round population of only 36 people. I attended a one-room school there. My long-distance running and my life, in a way, is a lot like your education. I would never let where I am from dictate my capabilities. I would encourage you to keep doing the same. I'd like to read to you an excerpt from a book called Chasing the Runner's High by Ray Charbonneau. The book begins like this, quote, "I've run most of my life on a small offshore Maine island, where the main road is only 2 miles long. I estimate I've covered around 75,000 miles on that single piece of broken road. When you have absolutely no option of running a different or varied route, the only decision is whether you will run or not and how far you will go. Running out on Great Cranberry Island made me at times feel like a caged lion. And when I got out into the world to run a race, it felt easy simply because I felt free. End quote, Gary Allen. You are now the lion. You've been freed. Go forth into our world. Use all that caged energy and these learned skills and fortitude from your days here at Eastern Maine Community College. When I set out to run to Washington, D.C., my goals were quite simple. I hope to make it, and I hope to live to tell about it. I hope to raise a single dollar to help others, and I hope to inspire one person. Since the run, I've been honored to share my story all over the country, as far away as New York, Florida, and Massachusetts, at schools and civic organizations all across our great state, and especially with all of you gathered here. I met all three goals. I made it, and as you can plainly see, I survived to fight another day. I inspired one person, and I raised a dollar. This little run has raised over $16,250 and counting. Every single penny of these funds went to the Wounded Warrior Project, the American Cancer Society. Thank you. And because I passed very near Sandy Hook Elementary School after yet another sad day in our country's history, I also raised funds to try and help them heal. I wanted to leave more than my footprints in Newtown, Connecticut. Your footprints, your hearts will always be part of Eastern Maine Community College. Never underestimate the power of what a single one of you can do. Never. When I reached the steps of our nation's capital, I was of course beyond tired, but I was also infinitely inspired. I was humbled, literally brought to my knees from fatigue. But I was also filled with pride standing at the doorstep of our nation. At the moment my run was finished, exactly like your education is now complete, I did not know it then, but upon my completion of my journey, another had began. I stand before you as living proof that if you simply pour yourselves into whatever it is you do, that opportunities you cannot imagine will open for you. Massachusetts may have invented America, but you have all just reinvented yourselves. Congratulations. Congratulations. I urge you to take the world-class education you have just received and set forth on your own personal journey, and never let anyone tell you where your life's finish line may be. On behalf of everyone gathered here, I offer my sincerest congratulations to all of you, the Eastern Maine Community College class of 2013. Thank you very much.